Welcome to the Kansas Association for Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Kansas. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. And first up is Rockhurst University. Tony, you're muted.
Thank you so much. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Tony Gambino. I'm an admissions counselor in Kansas City, Missouri, here at Rockhurst University, but I am the representative for Rockhurst in the state of Kansas. My contact information is there on the screen for you. So if you have any questions for me, you just let me know. You can text me or give me a call to that number. All right. So Rockhurst University is located in Kansas City. We are about 10 minutes from downtown. We sit on about a 55-acre campus, which is pretty small. I mean, get anywhere on campus within a couple of minutes, either between 4 or 5 minutes to walk around campus. Within that, we have 3,000 total RU students. Our student-to-teacher ratio is 14:1, and RU ranks 4th among Missouri colleges and universities for return on investment and in the top 17% nationwide. We are Division II sports in the Great Lakes Valley Conference with 16 NCAA Division II sports. Undergraduate research opportunities are available for you, not only in the sciences, but also in a lot of our liberal arts degrees as well, that professors are doing research and they always reach out to students to do that. So if that's something you're interested in, you can definitely be a part of that. Within our 70 degree programs, there's also 70 student organizations to choose from. Those can range from intramurals to bigger organizations such as SAB, Student Activities Board, which is the organization that puts on all the free events throughout the year, or Student Senate, the student governing body. We also have special interest groups such as Active Minds, which is a mental health organization, breaking the stigma of mental health. So there's a lot of great organizations to choose from. There's so many more organizations to choose from. Definitely go check those out on our website. And then 98% of our students within 6 months of graduation are within a career or grad school. And I think that really speaks to our small class sizes and also the effort that our professors put in to make Rockhurst a place of being welcomed, but also pushing you towards the future and finding a career after school or even a graduate program or master's or doctorate program for you. Within our different degree options, there are 70 plus here. Our top majors are like biology, chemistry, biochemistry, physics of medicine. Those are our sciences. Over into the business school, we have marketing, finance, accounting, things like that. So there's lots of great opportunities for you within that. Some of our new ones are public policy, which within our criminal justice and political science departments. Political science is another big one. Psychology, exercise science are with our PT and OT schools. So if you're looking to go into OT or PT, you can be pre-PT or OT through psychology or exercise science. So definitely take those routes if you're thinking about that. And then all of our other majors and minors listed there as well. And you can find this whole list on our website as well. Some of our direct entry and pre-admit programs, direct entry nursing is test optional with a 3.8 GPA. Without an ACT or SAT score, you can be admitted with 3.8. Direct entry into education is a 20 ACT. Direct entry into engineering is a 3.0 GPA and a 25 ACT. That is a joint program with the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Pre-admit communication science and disorders, pre-POT and pre-admit PT. And then we do have pre-med scholars, which we have connections with 4 other universities that have medical schools. And those are pre-admit, so you can actually get admitted into those programs a year earlier than going in competitively the next year. When it comes to merit scholars, since Rockhurst is test optional when it comes to getting admitted to the university, we do not require an ACT or SAT to be admitted. So with the Breen Scholarship of $24,000, it's 3.9 or higher. 3.3 or higher, you're in the NAP Scholarship for $20,000. 2.75, you're in the Carey Scholarship for $16,000. If you have a 25 ACT or 1200 SAT, but your GPA is at that 3.88 mark, so you're in the NAP Scholarship, that SAT and ACT can boost you up. So that's where the ACT or SAT plays a factor, because it's going to help you boost you into the next merit scholarship, which would take you from NAP to Breen. So you can see there, that's for the NAP to the Breen Scholarship, and this is from Carey to NAP. And then how to apply to Rockhurst. So you can apply at our website at rockhurst.edu/apply. If you're a current senior, go ahead and apply now. If you're a current junior, your application will open up on July 1st. We do accept a common application as well. When it comes to our admittance process, we will look at your application and high school transcripts. If you submit an ACT or SAT score, we will only use them if they benefit you. Letters of recommendation and personal statements are optional, but they're definitely welcomed if you'd like to send those in. And then you can send them to that contact information there. When it comes to Rockhurst, I will be your person of contact. So if you ever have any questions or anything at all, please reach out to me by email or by phone, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you. I am your resource here at Rockhurst, so please take advantage of me in that way. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you, and I'll pass it off to the next school.
Great, thank you so much. Next up is Washburn University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Seth Cross. I'm an admissions counselor at Washburn University. I also have a fellow admissions counselor in the chat, so if you have any questions. So let's get started. Why should you consider Washburn University? So let's get a few facts about Washburn University into your minds. So first of all, we have about 6,500 students. We're definitely a middle of the road college where we have the resources of a bigger school, but we have that smaller class size that you'd see in some of the smaller schools. We have a 99% acceptance rate and a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. Now you get those ratios thrown at you a lot. What that really means is you're going to know your professor by their first name and they're going to know you by your first name. 96% of our faculty are at the top of their respective disciplines. We have tons of educational programs, tons of scholarship and financial aid money to award yearly, over $53 million, and we're a Division II classified athletic department. So let's talk about what your life would look like as a Washburn student. First of all, we have tons of student organizations, over 130, different clubs, organizations, lots of ways for people, despite what your interests are, to get involved and have fun at our terrific campus. We have Greek life opportunities, 6 sororities, and 5 fraternities. We have athletics, major athletic program here. We have a brand new athletic training facility that we recently finished that we're very proud of. And our Student Recreation and Wellness Center was actually ranked top 50 in the United States. Another great way for you to get involved and have fun at our beautiful campus. We also have 4 styles of different residence halls if you'd like to live on campus. I personally can tell you I made a ton of friends and had a lot of fun living at Washburn. I'd like to actually highlight one of our newest residential living halls that was finished in 2017. It has a buffet style dining hall. It has tons of different floor plans for the actual rooms. And it's one of our buildings that we're very proud of that a lot of freshmen live in. So definitely look into living in Lincoln. Now, Washburn University sits in Topeka, Kansas, which is our state capital, and, pun intended, gives us a very capital advantage. We're centrally located campus with tons of restaurants and shopping opportunities very close by, and Topeka companies absolutely recognize the benefit of a Washburn graduate and a Washburn degree. We have so many different industries and so many different businesses that love to offer internships and employment opportunities to Washburn graduates and Washburn students. In the business realm, Frito-Lay, Advisors Excel, and so much more is right here in Topeka, and they absolutely hire Washburn graduates and offer tons of internships as well. If you're interested in nursing, we have 3 major local hospitals and tons of clinics to get you that firsthand experience. In terms of political science, we're minutes away from the state capitol building, and of course, all the political opportunities that you see in that realm. In terms of criminal justice, one of our biggest programs, we have the Topeka Police Department, the Kansas Highway Patrol, and the KBI. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation has a building on our campus. You might actually take classes or have an internship in the exact building that the KBI works in. If you're interested in education, we also have 7 Shawnee County public school districts and notable private schools to once again go get you that firsthand experience in the classroom. Arts and entertainment, we also have tons of opportunities if you're just interested in it, or if you actually want to study it here in Topeka, giving us the capital advantage. Now, let's talk about what it'll actually cost to attend Washburn University. Now, the cost per academic year that you can see here for Kansas residents breaks down to $309 per credit hour. The average Washburn student takes 14. You only need 12 to be full-time, so you can take a little bit more, you can take a little bit less, but this is the cost breakdown of attending Washburn, both in terms of if you want to live on campus and if you want to just live off campus and pay tuition. That student activity fee is going to get you parking. It's also going to get you free into Washburn events, sporting events, plays, things of that nature. You're going to find that colleges and four-year universities that are comparable in size, we're very competitive in terms of costs to attend Washburn University. Now, what do you look for in terms of scholarships as a freshman? Here's our freshman academic scholarship grid. You can see across the top is your GPA and going down is the ACT. Anywhere from $500 to $5,000 renewable yearly for your freshman academic scholarships. There are also a ton of departmental scholarships, grants, aids, things of that nature that Washburn University can also help to make the financial side of things a little bit easier. Now, let's move on to talk about applying for admission. The way that this breaks down is you go to washburn.edu/apply. Simple enough, right? You pay a $20 application fee online, by mail, or physically in the Office of Admissions. If you're even considering Washburn University, we highly suggest that you apply. That'll help you get in touch with admissions counselors who can help answer your questions about Washburn and, of course, answer any questions that you might have about college in general. This will also be able to allow you to schedule a campus tour and see how your freshman academic scholarships will match up. We highly suggest that you come for a visit. We have a very beautiful campus that we're very proud of, and the way that you're going to do that is by reaching out. Feel free to contact us at any time, admissions@washburn.edu, or you can call 785-670-1030. What this is going to do is get you in touch with Washburn, get you in touch with the admissions department, and get you in touch with an admissions counselor like myself who can answer your questions and help walk you through the admissions process. So hopefully this and so much more will help you answer the question of why Washburn. Thank you so much, and I'll pass it over to the next school.
Great, thank you so much. Next up is Cowley College.
Hey guys, welcome to Cali College. My name is Brandon. I am an admissions representative here on the main campus. One of our biggest aspects that we have here is always connecting with that college. So we encourage you to connect with Cali College and look and see what we have going on with the different activities and different educational options that we provide for you. So Cali College was founded in 1922. We actually have 4 other locations across the great state of Kansas, and we offer online courses as well. We have over 120 programs and pathways of study. And so this allows students to not only be able to learn online, but this allows students to be able to learn in different areas based on where you live. If you want to come to the main campus, you are more than welcome. But we also have that awesome opportunity where you don't have to travel as far. So the reason to choose Cali College, well, obviously it is the best possible education at the lowest cost. So we are a junior college, so we are a 2-year college where we allow you to receive an associate's degree or a certificate of study. This allows students to be able to go right out into the workforce or transfer on to a university. Now, we do have a student to faculty ratio of 13:1, so that is an awesome opportunity for you and your instructor to get to know each other one-on-one. And the student population is about 4,500. Now, that doesn't mean all 4,500 students are on campus. That is including online and across the other locations. We are fully accredited and top ranked for student success and our athletic programs. We have designed a virtual resource for students to be able to go to cali.edu/resources. This allows you to book an appointment. You can do that virtually or face-to-face. You can take a campus tour. You can also do an online dorm tour as well with us. And not only do you have all of these options available by the click of a button, but you can also apply online, completely free application. So let's talk a little bit about money. So the bottom line here is designed for students to be able to look at what it would cost based on 32 credit hours per year at any kind of a residency, whether you're a Cali resident, Kansas resident, Oklahoma, or other US states. We have it broke down for students to be able to see exactly what they are going to pay and what cost it takes to come here to Cali. Now, we do have an awesome opportunity if you do choose to live on the main campus. We also have 5 dorms. This includes all kind of amenities for students. We, again, encourage students to look at the 3D dorm tour. This allows students to actually have a virtual opportunity to see what our dorms look like. We also have our 21-22 housing contract out, so you can scan the code on your phone and be able to reserve your spot if you are interested in attending Cali. We are nationally recognized in the NJCAA and the KJCCC. This is with our sports. We have quite a bit of sport opportunities. So if this is something that you are looking for to continue your athletic career, Cali has spots available for you. We have awesome opportunities with scholarships that are available for academic and athletics. So what does it take to become a Tiger? Well, it's very easy. Applying for admissions by going to cali.edu/apply. It is completely free. You do not have to have your ACT or SAT for admissions. We do have what we call as the placement test that is available. And then we would love to get you enrolled for classes. So fall enrollment is actually currently open. So students are enrolling as we speak, and this is a great opportunity and a great time to definitely get not only your financial aid and all of your scholarships around, but this is a great opportunity to also get those classes set. So if you have any questions, please reach out to the main campus, 1-800-593-CCCC. We would be happy to speak with you and get you set. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that presentation. Next up is St. Leo University.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm so excited to be presenting St. Leo University to you all. So my name is Olivia. I am an admissions counselor here at St. Leo University. I actually did attend St. Leo University for my undergraduate degree in English. Absolutely loved my experience, so that's why I work here today. I currently work with the Midwest and North Central territories. And here's just some contact information. We'll also show this again at the end. So if you have any questions after the presentation, please feel free to reach out. So St. Leo University is located here in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful tropical area to go to school at. And we were established in 1889. We are a religiously affiliated institution. We were founded by the Benedictine Church, so part of the Catholic faith. And we're actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state. We do accept both the common application as well as our own online application. We have no application fee at all, so I highly recommend going ahead and submitting your application to St. Leo University. Additionally, a lot of students are having some issues getting their tests in the SAT, ACT, any of those standardized tests are actually going to be optional for St. Leo University. If you have them, you are welcome to send them, but they are not required for admission. Additionally, we have over 50 different academic degree programs, including honors and accelerated degree programs. We have everything from nursing to biology, mathematics, business, marketing, communication. We also have criminal justice, psychology, pretty much anything that you could think of, we have a degree program for. Our honors program is also a great way to get some more out of your learning experience. And our accelerated degree programs are an option for you to get both a master's and a bachelor's degree in 4 years. You'll find these called 3+1 programs here at St. Leo. They're offered in various degrees, including criminal justice, cybersecurity, and our business degree programs. And additionally, I mentioned our nursing program is brand new. It's going to be our first semester this fall for our nursing students. And with that comes our brand new College of Health Education and Health Promotions. Additionally, down here on the bottom, you'll see we are always growing here at St. Leo University. We're actually opening 2 brand new facilities this year, one of which going to be our Benedict's Coffee House that opened recently and proudly serves Starbucks coffee. Additionally, our brand new wellness center plans to be open this October. Our wellness center is going to have an infinity pool, zero entry facility available for our students. We'll also have a brand new fitness center, again, open to all students, not just athletes. And we'll also have our wellness resources, including free counseling, our health center, which includes nurses, if you ever get sick or have an injury. And we'll also have in there as well student ministry. And we plan to have a healthy food smoothie station there as well. You'll see some facts and figures about St. Leo University laced around this PowerPoint slide as well. We are ranked the #1 college campus in Florida. So if you did decide to come all the way down here for school, you know you're going to be safe. We have 24-hour security as well as some other measures as well. We're also ranked nationwide for our safety as well, ranking in at #7. Additionally, we are a smaller campus. We're able to provide that small school experience, those small classrooms with a 14:1 faculty-student ratio. We have about 2,200 students on campus, but always growing. And we have a diverse student population. We have students from 44 different states. Almost 50% of our students are going to be from out of state or out of the country. And you'll see, again, we have over 109 countries represented here at St. Leo and over 550 international students. So coming to Florida, I'm sure you are most interested in learning what our campus life is going to be like. What is it like to go to school at St. Leo University? So again, being religiously affiliated, we do have daily mass available as well as some religious student organizations, including university ministry. But we also are a big athletic school. We have NCAA Division II athletics. This is going to include anything from basketball, soccer, volleyball, the list goes on. We also have 14 different fraternity and sororities on campus, as well as over 40 different student organizations. This ranges from honor societies to interest groups like esports. We also do have off-campus trips. This is a great way to come see Florida while you're here at St. Leo. Typically, these trips will range from $5 to $20 a student, and it includes transportation. We go to, of course, the Buccaneers games, the Lightning games, Tampa Bay stadiums, as everyone says now. We also go to Disney World, Universal, Busch Gardens. We'll even do some fun niche things like indoor skydiving. We'll take our students to concerts. We are lucky to be right near a large concert center. So our students have gone to the Demi Lovato concert and many other facilities as well. We also do have 14 residence halls available and some more information about St. Leo's weather. Of course, being in Florida, it's nice and warm. And then just to close out our presentation, so you can find some more information about St. Leo, take a virtual tour by visiting these QR codes here. And again, you have my information from the first slide. Thank you all, and I will go ahead and pass this off.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Next up is Hendrix College.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. And I will share my screen. Awesome. So my name is Elon Epps, and I would be your admission counselor here at Hendrix. I'm the counselor for a lot of the Midwest, a few Southern states, and our Western states as well. We're going to start off with a quick video here. Awesome. I love that video. I feel like it really tells us a lot about Hendrix and kind of what you might be able to expect here. So I'm going to get into some of, sorry, wants to play again. Just some of kind of those facts and figures about Hendrix. So Hendrix in a pecan shell, and why it says pecan shells because we do have a pecan grove here on our campus, and something you can expect students to be running across to get to and from class. We're looking at just about 1,100 students here. So this is a smaller environment, similarly like other schools on this call. And so what that really means is you're going to get these interpersonal relationships with your faculty and staff. And so they're going to get to know who you are and what you're passionate about, as well as really having access to them within their office hours. All of our classes are taught by professors. There's no TAs here. And the last kind of number I will talk about on this slide is 37% student athletes. And so about 1/3 of our students are athletes. And so that gives them the ability to play whatever sport they love, but also focus on their education. We have about 21 D3 sports, including esports as well. So if that's something you're interested in, you should feel free to reach out to us for that. So as you're kind of thinking about that learning environment of college, which is really important, that thing you're going to college for, we really like to think about our education as engaged learning. And so kind of taking education to the next steps. And we do that through 3 different programs. The first is our Odyssey program. And so over the course of your time here at Hendrix, you would get 3 credits across Odyssey. And so you see the 6 different themes. So artistic creativity, professional leadership development, global awareness, service to the world, special projects, as well as research. And so all of those kind of encompass whatever passion you might have and getting to further that. And so every student's journey is different. And so your Odyssey is going to look totally different. So just to kind of think about what that might be. So through global awareness, you might say, okay, I want to spend a semester abroad studying French in France. Then you might also say, okay, I really love doing service here in Conway and Fulton County. And so then you would get a credit through service to the world. And then lastly, you say, okay, I've always wanted to take a theater course. And so that would be artistic creativity. And so that would just be kind of one student's Odyssey. Our students have done totally different things with the Odyssey, but it's really given the ability to stand out by the time they're graduating from Hendrix and applying to those next steps. The next program we do have here is Murphy. So this is for all those students who are really passionate about language and literature and taking that to the next level as well. And so you would get about an additional $4,000 to use for more coursework, unpaid internships, studying abroad, different things like that. You get to take an Oxford style class, as well as having access to all of our authors and poets when they do come to campus and visit our Murphy House. And the last thing on the slide is the Miller Center. So we are affiliated with United Methodist Church, but it doesn't mean that you have to take specific courses or go to chapel. You just know that we do have those resources here if that's something you're interested in. So part of that being is our service learning opportunities. So had COVID not happened, a group of students would have gone to New Orleans last year to do more of that Katrina cleanup. And so that's one of the examples of our service learning opportunities here in the US, but we also do have trips all throughout the world as well. So as you're thinking about applying to Hendrix and what that will look like, you can apply either to us at www.hendrix.com /apply, or you can apply using the Common App. And so it's all just depending upon which source you might want to use for yourself. If you are a senior right now, feel free to apply. And if you might potentially be applying for the fall, that application will open on August 1. And so then those two main things you do need when you're applying to Hendrix is one, your high school transcript, and the second thing is going to be your essay. And then kind of those optional things that we have are letters of recommendation, if you're going to bring those in, just 2 to 3, as well as maybe an activities list, which usually translates really well from either application. And the last thing, and the reason why I talk about this last is because we know students applying to Hendrix are greater than what they can do in a testing period. And so your test scores are optional. If you took the ACT and the SAT and you loved it, great, bring it in. But if you didn't take it, or you did take it and you don't like your score, that's fine too, because we're gonna look at you the exact same way that we do students who do bring in their test scores. And so just keeping that in mind when you're kind of applying to Hendrix, and it is free to apply here. Next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of how do you afford this experience here at Hendrix. And so there's 3 main ways to afford. The first is through merit-based scholarships. So every single student, when they apply to Hendrix, they're automatically applicable for a whole host of merit-based scholarships. The second thing is through our Hendrix co-curricular scholarships. So I encourage everyone to look at those, and those would be due on February 1st of your senior year. And the last way will be through the FAFSA, so any federal grants or loans that you might be applicable for. I do see that my time is running out, and so I will kind of just go down to the end of my presentation. And again, my name is Elon Epps, and if you are interested in Hendrix, feel free to reach out and or apply if you're a senior right now. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much. Our next presentation is from the University of Oregon.
There we go. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. My name is Laura Romer, and I'm a regional admissions counselor for the University of Oregon based in Phoenix. I appreciate you spending the time to learn about so many amazing institutions today, and I'm excited to show you some of the things that makes the U of O special. So a quick geography lesson. If you've never been to Oregon before, it's a beautiful state, and we are in an amazing location in the city of Eugene. Eugene is an hour from the Pacific Ocean and an hour from the Cascade Mountains, which is a pretty perfect place to be. But the Willamette Valley, where Eugene is located, is definitely a little bit warmer than some surrounding areas. So snow in Eugene is very rare, but it is still a place with 4 distinct seasons. You can see our beautiful campus in this photo. You can tell how green it is. And I think that's very fitting considering Eugene is consistently named the #1 green city in the nation. It's also one of the most biking and walk friendly cities in America. The University of Oregon has a really big name and a really big brand presence, but we have just under 19,000 undergraduate students, which makes us a medium-sized Tier 1 research university. We are extremely passionate about research, and 73% of our students are engaged in research activity at any given time. And this is really because research happens in every academic unit. These are often paid positions. And because we have a very small number of graduate students, these research positions are largely filled by students working on their bachelor's degrees. If you are a fan of NCAA athletics, we are in the Pac-12. If you watch March Madness, you're probably familiar with the Ducks, and unfortunately March Madness is over for us this year, but we're certainly hoping to be a little bit better next year. This is a really spirited place. It's definitely a campus where you will know when game day is happening. These are some of our top majors. These are majors that attract students from across the world. We do have students from all 50 states and over 100 countries every year. And I just encourage students to do some research about the majors that we offer, find out if a major is the best fit for you academically and socially and professionally. I think there's a lot of great things to know about each of our majors. So again, go to our majors webpage and read about them. You can also see some virtual tours for some of the facilities. So we are a school that is committed to having students get to know their professors really well. We have a 16-to-1 student to teacher ratio. Your professor will notice if you don't go to class. And it's a really great way to enhance your education if you are thinking about an honors experience. The Clark Honors College is an option for students in any major to take their education to the next level. have even smaller class sizes, work even more closely with faculty from day one, and honor students do complete a research project their senior year, which is a great thing to have on your resume. There is definitely a push for study abroad, and I think that is something that most schools, if not all schools, should be encouraging their students to do. We empower our students to study abroad by including it in tuition. So you shouldn't pay anything beyond what you would pay to be on campus to go abroad. And that's why about a quarter of our students study abroad, and that number is rapidly rising. So talking about the application process, I am the admissions counselor for Kansas. So I have the honor of reading every application that is submitted from Kansas. Our deadlines are pretty straightforward. We do encourage students to apply early. That way we can get you a decision earlier. We have rolling admission, so we evaluate applications in the order in which they are received. You'll notice a scholarship deadline of February 15th. That is absolutely the hard and fast last deadline to complete your application. But again, I would recommend doing things a little bit earlier so that you can hear back from us sooner and have more time to make a decision. When I'm reading an application, I look at a student as the whole person. And this is really important because GPA does not define who you are. We're going to look at how you arrived at that GPA, the classes you took, the classes you had the option of taking, and also your senior schedule. But we're also going to look at the things that make you a unique individual outside of school. So your activities and volunteer service, any family responsibilities you have, those are all important to mention. You'll also write a personal statement of 650 words or less, and that can be about whatever you want. You'll notice test scores are completely optional. So whether you have scores or not, it's completely up to you if you want that to be a part of your application review. We also have a guaranteed tuition rate for up to 5 years. This is a really, really rare thing in higher ed. I'm very glad that we have it because it does provide our students and families with some really solid financial certainty, locking tuition and fees, so you know exactly what the costs will look like. We have a ton of great virtual resources up on this virtual webpage, and I encourage students to check this out. Campus is closed to visitors right now as we have just resumed in-person classes, and we need to keep our community safe until more folks can get vaccinated. So visit this virtual webpage. I highly recommend downloading the app UO360, where you can see truly a 360-degree view of campus. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I'll put my contact information in the chat, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Great, thank you. And thank you to all of our presenters. We now have a few minutes for Q&A, and so I'll ask all of our presenters to come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll start back with Rockhurst University.
Hi, everyone. My piece of advice would be to try and do at least a virtual visit with the university, or at least try to get on campus to see it, because you really don't know exactly what you're looking for until you actually get to see it in person. So trying to get there and come on campus for a tour, that's the best way to kind of figure out what you like.
I would certainly agree with Mr. Tony. Campus visits are extremely important. That way you kind of get your pros and cons. I would also suggest do your research. If you know what kind of academic area of interest that you might have, make sure that your school of choice has that program. Do a little bit of looking before you go. I would also say just keep your priorities in mind. If cost is a big factor, research based on cost. If it's your specific field of study, that's going to be a little harder to find. So yeah, definitely go on tours. Do your research and prioritize as best as you can. And don't stress out.
All of our campuses.
I definitely agree with you guys. One thing that I would definitely tell, and I tell a lot of students every day, is when you're applying for your financial aid, make sure that you list as many schools that you are interested in. That way, in case, you know, push comes to shove, you have a last minute change in life. This gives you opportunity to already have that information with that university or that college.
I guess I'll go, or
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I think for me, the thing I always recommend to students or families is thinking about what your non-negotiables are. And so Washburn kind of covered that. And so whether you have a list of 3 or 5. So if you really want a football team, then you're going to look at all schools that only have football teams. Or if you really want Greek life, then you're looking at all schools that have Greek life and all of those components and staying true to those, because you're not going to be happy 2 years into your program or wherever you're at if they really don't have a football team or if they don't have Greek life and that's what you're really wanting, then you're going to look to transfer. And so just start at the beginning and getting what you want as opposed to having to make a switch.
I think something that's really helpful when deciding where you want to go to school is talking to some of the current students for sure. We are all wonderful here and we want to help display our universities to you, but we are paid to do so, right? And students are paying to go to our schools, so they are a great resource for you to go ahead and talk to. A lot of universities have admitted students groups. You can also find lots of resources on social media as well. There are lots of times student panels as well at events like admitted students days and open houses that are great to attend as well, and kind of get that first person perspective from those students to see if they have a little bit of a different, view on that school, and helps you make a decision.
Well, everybody already gave such great advice, but I would just add my biggest kind of 2-word piece of advice to students in the college admissions process is to be selfish. This is a very personal decision. This is not a decision that can or should be made by someone else. This is a really big thing for you as an individual. So if you have those non-negotiables that were mentioned, don't let anyone tell you those aren't important. Don't go to college to study something just because your older brother did that or because your mom said that you should. Go to a place that is truly the best fit for you as an individual, academically, financially, and socially.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our presenters. We are just about out of time for this session. And so I would like to say thank you for joining us, to our presenters, to our attendees. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And just a reminder, this is one of many different sessions happening as part of this college fair, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording at strivescan.com/Kansas. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your days.